Now, when it comes to dividing fractions, first thing I got to do is make sure there's only a number on the top and a number at the bottom. If I have a mixed number, which is a whole number in a fraction, what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the whole number in the denominator, the number at the bottom. I'm going to multiply these two numbers, 5 times 9, and what I get, I'm going to add it to the top. So I'm going to rewrite that fraction. I'm going to rewrite it as 46 over 9. Remember, I went 5 times 9, and then I added the result to the top. The 9 at the bottom, I'm just going to keep it as a 9. Then I'm going to go divide it by it. On my second fraction, once again, I'm going to go 5 times 3, which is 15, and let me add it to the top. So I'm going to write the second fraction as 17 over 3. Once I have my fractions as only a number on the top and a number at the bottom, I'm going to switch this to multiplication. But I'm going to get the reciprocal of the second fraction. Reciprocal basically means flip the number, right? The number on the top goes to the bottom, and the number at the bottom goes to the top. So I'm going to write this as 46 over 9, not doing anything to the first fraction, times 3 over 17. Then simplify if possible. Simplify means I'm going to choose a number from the top, a number from the bottom, and I'm going to divide them by the same thing. I'm trying to make my numbers smaller. It's okay if my numbers come from different fractions. In this case, let me divide each by 3. Right, 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Simplify more if possible. Right, choose a number from the top, a number from the bottom, divide them by the same thing. I can't do it anymore, so what I'm going to do now is let me multiply my numbers on the top. 46 times 1, I get 46. At the bottom, 3 times 17, I get 51. My big numbers at the bottom, so I'm good. 46 over 51. My numbers to begin with were the same sign, so my result is positive. Now, how are you going to type this in my homework? You're going to go 46 backslash 51. Right, 46 over 51. Let's take a look at a couple more examples. My first question here is, I have to have only a number in the top and a number at the bottom. Remember, multiply the 2 times 3, add it to the top. So let me write that as 7 over 1 divided by, I'm ignoring the sign, but I'm just looking at the 5, my second number. I'm looking at it as a 5. I need it as a fraction. So let me write that as 5 over 1. Now that I have it as a division of two fractions, I'm going to change it to times. I'm going to change it to multiplication, but I'm going to flip the second fraction. So let me write this as 7 over 1 times 1 over 5. Simplify if possible, right? Choose a number from the top, a number from the bottom, divide them by the same thing, trying to make our number smaller if possible. In this case, I cannot. So if I multiply my numbers on the top, I get 7. If I multiply my numbers at the bottom, I get 5. Now, when the number on the top is bigger than the number at the bottom, we're going to divide. I want to know 5 goes into 7. I know 5 into 7 goes in one time because 1 times 5 is 5. When I subtract this, I get a remainder of 2. So I'm going to get a whole number, 1. But my fraction at the side, I'm going to write 2 over 5. My answer will be negative since the numbers at the beginning were different signs. So my result should be negative 1 and 2/5. On my homework, let me emphasize when we have a mixed number, right, a whole number and a fraction, don't forget to type in a space between the whole number and the fraction. So negative 1 and 2/5. All right, let's take a look at one more question. First of all, let me write it only as a number on the top and a number at the bottom. In my case, on my first fraction, 2 times 9 is 18. So I'm going to add that to the top. So I'm going to write this as 20 over 9 divided by 3 over 4. Multiplication. I'm going to change this to multiplication, but flip the second fraction. So let me write this as 20 over 9 times 4 over 3. Simplify if possible. Remember, simplify means choose a number from the top, a number from the bottom, and divide it by the same thing. In this case, we cannot. Now, if I multiply my two numbers on the top, 20 times 4, I get 80. If I multiply my numbers at the bottom, 9 times 3, that gives me 27. My number on the top is bigger. So let me go 27 divided into 80. How many times does 27 go into 80? I'm going to say 2 times. All right, 27 times 2 is 54. When I subtract this, I get 26. So I'm going to write at the side, I'm going to say 26 over 27. Now, my result will be negative because my numbers at the beginning were different signs. So negative 2 and 26 27ths. Don't forget the space between the whole number and the fraction.